Good morning. Welcome once again to Crypto Corner. I'm your host, Greg Harriman. And what we're talking about today is look, everything is going down, everything's going sideways. But we've been saying that we feel like it's going to go down and go sideways for a little while. But we have made some great gains on some of our calls, and those are carrying the day. And then we're stacking some of the other things that we think will do well when we go into the bull run. Now, we still don't feel like we're into the bull run yet. We feel, I know a lot of people go, if it's up one day, it's like, oh, we're back, we're so back. And we don't feel that way. We feel like June's going to be really the sideways month, and July, we're going to start picking up. August, really, I think with the election and with all the other stuff, we really start to move. September and October are really the good months where we hope to be taking a lot of profit, and then we're just going to keep moving from there, and then the cycle will rinse and repeat. These are our mantras: safe, secure, and sleep. All while we've been doing this whole downturn where everything is red, and you'll see on this next page where everything is red. We're still buying. We're not. We actually are hoping that, we kind of stay here for a little bit because we are staking our dot and our atom, and we're getting 15%, and we're buying low at these low prices at dot under $6 is crazy. Atom under $7 is crazy. So, and you can see where our starting price of dot was 478 and our starting price of atom was 916. So we are buying every single week that we can here. And we have had some, become rockets, like Jasmine is, buying it, the 0.0045. We're still up. If you look over on this side, we're still up almost 400+% on that. And we've been layering in. We've taken some of those profits and we're dumping all of those into dot and atom. And as we do that, we think that we're gaining 15% guaranteed. And on top of that, we'll go into a bull run where we think that those can be do 2 to 3 times. And now we're thinking that dot at this low phase here could be 4 to 5 times, and atom could be 4 to 5 times what our money was. So now what's making us think some of that? Let's come back here for a second. Bitcoin halving and the projections that everyone is doing, you make up your own mind. I mean, you can listen to all these people and you can go, oh, I'm just going to follow that guy. What we always say is like, we have our thought process and we have a conviction. We stick to that conviction. We have said from the very beginning, we're buying dot and atom. Atom is actually down right now. We're continuing to buy because we have conviction. You decide whether that's right for you. But we're also saying we're buying and we're staking, and we're also saying that we're buying, and as we get that 15%, we're dumping that back in. So if you think that that's a good idea, then start, DCAing in and see how you're going to do that. As you can see, the projection here for Bitcoin is out to May of 2025, and during that time, the highest level. I mean, there's plenty of people that are saying it's going to 300,000. We picked a more conservative 147,000, and we think that that is doable. If you look at where we are right now, that's about a double, which we would say after the halving in 480 days, that is a doable process. But again, you should have your own conviction. You should be thinking your own thoughts. Coming back to this page, what we're seeing now is like, what are we really starting to buy? We think that we're buying some for the long term and then some for the short term. We're starting to buy super here again. Remember, we were buying super way back when it was under 10 cents, and then it went all the way to $1.50. We think it's going back to at least $1.50 at the least. And so we're buying at 65 cents, and we'll start selling that off as we go. And then that just helps our, getting to 3 to 4 times our money overall. And you can see that super is up 500. We've got Jasmine up 480. Sol, even though it's come way down, is still way up from where we were saying to buy it back in August of last year. So if there's anything that you are looking at right now, and everyone is out there going, oh, well, every time you're just saying dump more money in, Um, I'm I don't really feel that way. I feel like if I have conviction and something goes down, no more than the stock market or anything else, I would say you should be buying at that point because you believe that your overall price point hasn't changed. If you believe that Bitcoin is topped out now and it's never going higher, then you shouldn't be buying Bitcoin. If you believe that, like we do, that the halving and traditionally through the halving you get a two times bounce as a minimum, then that's where you should be putting some of your safe money so that you're not putting it all in one area. I've shown these multiple times, and what I really like showing is that on 326, if you look here, 326, you see it was all green, and now we're 50% red. And why is that? It's because, these are cyclical. And as more, you're seeing more and more coins flood the market, and there isn't enough money in the market to have all of those coins be going up. So what we're doing is we're staying on some of the ones that we think are really good, and we're just going to stay that course, and we're going to do that the best that we can, and we're going to keep it, and we're going to add to it, and then we're going to evaluate it, keep it, add to it. Like a good example right now is IMX, which is to me one of the best gaming tokens out there. And what you should be doing, or what we're doing, is we are just adding to that position, even though it's down 40 something percent. You got to remember the last bull run, many of these were down 30 or 40 or 50%, some of them down to 80%, and then they went up two to three, four times the number. We think that's, some of the thought process here, especially with Dot and Atom, with our staking and our farming and everything we're doing there. Um, One that we're looking at very closely is this Mina. We just bought some this week. We definitely like Mina, especially at 50 cents. We think Mina could definitely be 10 times that amount. Same with like Jasmine. So you got to look at these and say what use cases are going on. What do you think is happening? But there's a lot of good ones, and so what I would suggest is that's why we have the original list that's got like 10 or 15, and then we've added these, and then we added these. This, look at this. This is what we said could go to zero. It's the Wild West. You should be prepared to go to zero on all this. We started out with 1,000, and on 326 we were at 1,500. We were up 50% on our money, and right now we're down 50% on that same money. So, and it's not exactly the same because we did sell some of these at their highs, OPSEC and PAL. We sold some of that off, and we bought more of some of these other ones as they've gone down. So we still like Beam, Myria, and PAL. So if you're looking at those are three that we think we're still going to do very well in the next run. This is our chart where we keep our percentages. So when Jasmine jumped up, we had to sell off some because we can only have a total of 30%. And that's if we used all of these portions to allocate to that. So we had to sell off. So when we sold off, what did we buy? We bought everything in this blue group. So we bought a lot more Dot and Atom. We did buy a little ETH, but again, you do the conviction that's good for you. And again, when you look at this portfolio, we started out at $1,000. We went as high as 62.31. We're now at 52.17, and so we're still okay because we hit one and two. We hit Super and we hit Jasmine. Those were great ones, and then our Dot and Matic and Metal, we believe when we go into the next bull run, those are going to carry the day, and that Jasmine and Super and S-Fun, they're going to go up, but not as much as our Atom and Matic when we finish the bull run. So what's really happening? Remember the all-time high in Bitcoin usually is 500 days or thereabouts after the halving, and that's what we showed the other chart for. So October 2025 should be the end result. May of 2025 should be where we're starting to hit some of those highs, and we think it actually could happen a little sooner. But again, what is everyone saying right now? We're just sitting on our hands. We're buying in every week that there's something to buy. If our allocation of percentages goes off, we go ahead and sell that so that we're not overexposed anywhere. And then we're waiting. We know this is a waiting period, and we're going to do videos every week or every other week, and just wait. I can tell you our next video is probably going to say just keep waiting, keep buying in little bits at a time. Don't be scared. Just wait it out, and we think that you're going to be just fine. Again, we believe that you get one or two quick days and everyone's going, oh, we're finally in, the bottom's in, we're moving. We've got the election, we've got the halving, we've got the ETFs, we've got all of those things, and crypto's going sideways. So if you have all of those things and crypto's going sideways, then you should be asking yourself, is that just the halving and the process that this has to go through? And we think it is. Lastly, we did sell. As we said, we sold some of our Jasmine. We want it to go down to 0.025 again. We would buy right back. We did buy a little bit at 0.29. And we hope that again, it's just going to keep going up. So you sell off 10%, you buy back more like 14 or 15% of your portfolio, and then you're ready just to go again. Super under $1, I think, is great. And we'll be selling that at 150. Matic under 70 cents. We'll be selling it at $1.20. And the fact that you can be staking on Coinbase. So hopefully you like this video. You hit the like button and you send it off and to some other people, and that we can keep growing and keep doing a good job for you guys. Keep giving me comments. Let me know what you want to do, and we will go from there. Thank you. This is Greg Harriman signing off from Crypto Corner.